Good morning, dear students. Let us begin our mathematics class. We are learning simple interest. Today, we are continuing the exercise 16.2 with question number 3. Find the principal when SI is 2800, rate is 7% and time is 5 years. So, what we have to find is principal. Now, we know, children, that the main formula of SI is equal to P into R into T divided by 100. Now we'll derive formula for principal, and that is equal to SI into 100 divided by R into T. Now what we will do, we'll just put the value of SI, R and T into the formula, that is 2800 into 100 divided by 7 into 5. That comes to equal to rupees 8000. Now let me solve this for you. See, I told you na, first of all we'll derive the formula. Simple interest is equal to P into R into T divided by 100. Now I told you that we have to find out P. So what we'll do, we'll take this 100 first. So that becomes SI into 100 equals to P into R into T. Now, we'll leave this P here and we'll bring this R and T also on the other side of equal to. So, because they are in multiplication and when they go on the other side of equal to, they become division. So, formula will be SI into 100 divided by R into T equals to P. So, P is equal to SI into 100 divided by R into T. This is the sub formula for P. Now, we'll put value in this formula. Now, let me show you the value. P equals to SI into 100. So, what is SI? That is 2800. So, 2800 into 100 divided by rate, that is 7%, and time 5 years. Now we'll cancel 5 20 times, then 7 400 times. So it will be 4 2s are 8 and 3 zeros. So that is rupees 8000. So what is principal? Principal is rupees 8000. Now this is 8000, the principal. Got it, children? Now come to subpart 2 of question number 3. SI is equal to 980, rate is equal to 8%, time is equal to 3.5 years. 3 whole 1 by 2. So here we can see that time is given in mixed fraction. We'll convert this mixed fraction into improper fraction first. So that becomes 3 into 1 by 2. 2 3s are 6 plus 1 7. So it is time equals to 7 divided by 2 years. Now what we have to find is P. We know that sub formula of P is P equals to SI into 100 divided by R into T. Now we'll put the value of the things SI, R and T, and then we'll solve it. 900 into 100 divided by 8 into 7 by 2. And because this 2 is in division and it is reciprocated, 2 comes as numerator, and the principal amount calculated is 3500. Let me calculate this for you. I'll show you how we are doing using this mixed fraction and improper fraction. So P equals to SI into 100 by R into T. Now let us see here. SI is 980 into 100. R is 8 into T is 7 by 2. Now what happens? We know that this entire things is reciprocated. So what will happen? This 2 will go as become numerator and 7 will remain as denominator. So it will be like this: 980 into 100 divided by, rate is 8%, then 7 of the 7 by 2 and 2 goes and becomes numerator. Now we'll cancel. 2 ones are 2, 2 fours are 8. So now this will be cancelled. 4 2s are 8, 18, 4s are 16, 25. So 245. 245, 7, 7 ones are, 7 threes are 21 and 5s are. So this is 35 into 100, that becomes 3500. So what is principal now? 3500 is the principal. So we got the answer 3500 principal. Now come to third sub part of question number 3. SI is given 3000 rupees, rate is 5% and time is 4 years and we have to find the principal. Now you know children, P is equal to SI into 100 divided by R into T, and we have just put the value 3000 into 100 divided by 5 into 4, that comes to rupees 15,000 principal. Now let me show you the working. P equals to, I will not write formula. Now you know that SI, that is 3000 into 100 divided by R, that is 5, and T, that is 4. Now we'll cancel. See, 5 how many times? 600 times. 4 25 times. So now you multiply 2 zeros. 6 5s are 30. 6 2s are 12 plus 3 15. So rupees 15,000 is the principal. Got it? Now let us do question number 4. For how many years should rupees 9,000 be deposited in a bank to get an amount of rupees 11,160 at 8% per annum rate of simple interest? Now let us see what are the things given in this question. See, principal 9,000 given, amount 11,160, rate 8% per annum given. What we have to find is time, that is T. Now we know that in formula of time we need SI also, and SI is not given. So first of all we'll find SI. Now let us see what is the solution. We know that amount equals to principal plus simple interest, and we have to find out simple interest. So what we'll do, we'll subtract principal from amount to find out SI. Now 9,000 is subtracted from 11,160 and it comes to 2,160 as SI. See here, amount equals to principal plus simple interest. This is the formula. Now what we have to find is SI. So SI equals to, what happens, this principal goes on the other side of equal to and it is subtracted from amount. So amount minus principal equals to simple interest. Now we'll put the value. What is the value of amount here? That is 11,160 and principal is 9,000. Now let us subtract 0, 6, 1, 11 minus 9, 2. So what is simple interest? 2,160. Now we'll move further. We have to find out time, and time equals to SI into 100 divided by P into R. Now we have just calculated SI 2,160 into 100 divided by principal, that is 9,000 into 8, and that comes to 3,000. Let me show you the calculation. See, this is interest 2160 into 100 divided by P is how much? 9,000. We are calculating T. Okay, so P into R. What is rate of interest? That is 8%. So how many zeros? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So 3 these zeros get cancelled. Now you cancel this also. 8 ones are 8, 8 twos are 16. 5 remains, 56, 8 sevens are 56. 9 ones are 9, 9 threes are 27. So T equals to 3 years. So this is the time. So we just calculated time. Now come to question number 5. At what rate per annum should rupees 12,000 be given to get rupees 17,280? Now, as amount at the end of 8 years. Now let us see what are the things given in this question. See, principal 12,000, amount 17,280, time 8 years given. What we have to find is rate of interest. And we know that rate of interest cannot be calculated with SI, and SI is not given here. So first of all, we'll calculate simple interest. See, what are the things given to calculate simple interest? Amount and principal given. So what we'll do, we'll subtract principal from amount to get SI, that is simple interest. So 12,000, that is principal, is subtracted from 17,280 and we get 5,280 as SI. Now we'll put this value into the formula to find out the rate of interest. We know that rate of interest equals to SI into 100 divided by P into T. Now we'll just put the value of all these items. SI 5,280 into 100 divided by principal, that is 12,000, into time, that is 8. And this comes to 11 by 2. And when this improper fraction is divided, we get mixed fraction 5 whole 1 by 2. So 5.5% is the rate of interest. Let me show you the calculation. We know that amount equals to principal plus SI. So SI is equal to what will happen? We'll leave this SI here. Amount is already here. P is brought to the other side. So what it happens? It is positive here. So it will become negative there. So the amount is how much? 17280 minus 12,000. So that comes to 0, 8, 2, 7 minus 2, 5. So that is rupees 5,280 is the simple interest. Now what we'll do, we'll put these value into the formula R equal to SI into 100 divided by P into T. So what SI is, we just calculated 5,280 into 100. What is principal? That is 12,000 into time, that is 8 years. Now we'll calculate 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 zeros cancel. So what we are left with is 528 divided by 12 into 8. Now we'll subtract. See, 2 4s are 8, 2 2s are 2 6s are 2 4s are. Now this will get cancelled with 4, 6. Then 12, 2 6 are, and 66, 33. 3 2s are 11. So what we get is 11 by 3. This is improper fraction. We'll convert this into mixed. It will be how much? 2. 11 by 2. So that will be 5 whole 1 by 2%. So this is rate of interest. 5 whole 1 by 2%. Now let us see question number 6. What sum will amount to rupees 23,600 at 9% per annum at the end of 2 years? Now let us see what are the items given for calculation. See, amount is given rupees 23,600, rate of interest 9% per annum, and time 2 years given. Now what we have to find is principal, and principal can be found only when SI is available, and SI is not available. So we'll find SI also and then we'll find principal. Now what we are going to do is, we are going to solve this sum by using unitary method, and we'll take P, that is principal, equals to rupees 100, and then we'll calculate SI on this rupees 100. Now let us see that. SI is equal to P into R into T divided by 100. P is 100 into 9 into 2, that divided by 100, that comes to 100, 18 rupees. So SI is 18. Now we'll calculate amount. Amount equals to, we know that principal plus SI. So 100, which is principal we have taken, plus 18, the SI we calculated, that comes to 118. Now we'll calculate by using unitary method. When A, that is amount, is rupees 118, then principal was 100 rupees. When amount is rupees 1, then what would be the principal? 100 by 118. And if amount is rupees 23,600, which is given in the sum, then what would be P? P would be 100 into 23,600 divided by 118, and that comes to rupees 20,000. So principal is 20,000. Let me show you the working. What I told you, that we have taken P equals to 100. We have supposed. And what are the rate of interest? And R is 9%. Time is 2 years. Now we'll calculate SI. Okay, what it would be? It would be SI is equal to P into R into T divided by 100. So now we'll put the value. P we have taken 100, R is 9% and T is 2% divided by 100. So this 100 gets cancelled. 9 into 2 is 18. So what 18 is what? SI. Okay. Now we'll find out the amount. Amount means principal plus SI. Principal we have taken 100 and SI we calculated 18. So amount becomes 118. Okay. And in sum, amount is already given. So now we'll use unitary method to calculate principal. When amount is rupees 118, then principal is 100. Yes. When amount is 1 rupee, so what would be principal? Principal will be 100 by 118. When amount is that given amount, that is 23,600, then what would be principal? Principal will be 100 by 118 into 23,600. Okay. Now let us solve it. 100 into 23600 divided by 118. See, 118 twos are is 236 and 2 zeros, and 100 into 200 is 20,000, means 2 with 4 zeros. This is 20,000. So what is the principal? Principal is 20,000. You know, children, we can check our answer as well, whether this principal 20,000 is correct or not. Let me explain you how we are going to check. For checking, you know what we have to do. We'll just take the formula SI is equal to P into R into T divided by 100, and we'll put the values here. What is P? Just calculated, 20,000 into rate of interest, that is 9%. Time is 2 years divided by 100. So 2 zeros get cancelled. 9 twos are 18 twos are 3,600. So this is simple interest. Now we'll see what would be the amount. Amount is equal to principal plus SI. So we'll add 20,000 plus 3,600. What it is? 0, 0, 0 plus 6, 6, 0 plus 3, 3, 2. So what it is? 23,600. This 23,600 is given as amount in your sum. So this principal which we calculated just now, 20,000, is correct. So this is how we are going to solve these sum. So today we did question number 3, 4, 5, 6 of exercise 16.2. Thank you, children.